School choir students who are gearing up for a memorable night, performing with the iconic band Foreigner. NBC Palm Springs at 5 o'clock starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. We start tonight with an update on the Cathedral City drive-by shooting that took the life of 13-year-old Alan Martinez last month. That's tonight's top story. The two men accused of killing Martinez have pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and other charges in Riverside County Court earlier today. 19-year-old James Ian Carter and 18-year-old Christian Arturo Millward Adolfonso allegedly opened fire after a confrontation at the intersection of Whispering Palms and Mission Indian Trail on August 13th. Detectives later tracked the suspects to a San Diego property where they were arrested without incident on August 18th. Along with murder, both defendants are also charged with criminal street gang activity, perpetrating a murder for the benefit of a criminal street gang, and shooting a victim from a moving vehicle. Both men continued to be held without bail. The judge setting a felony settlement conference for November 17th at the Larson Justice Center in Indio.
A pool company out of Imperial Valley is facing some backlash tonight after several customers claim Wrangell Pool and Spa Designs scammed them. And some of those claims are coming from customers here in the Coachella Valley. Our Tiani Jadaling joins us live in studio. She spoke with a woman who's been publicly sharing these claims and has details for us tonight. Tiani?
Olivia, the customer I spoke with was told their project would be done in about 6 months' time. Fast forward 3 years later, the company stopped taking their calls and their project is not yet completed.
We were still changing for the better. One thing wasn't enough.
That's the TikTok that got several alleged customers of Wrangell Pool and Spa Designs talking. The woman in the video is Paloma Paleo, who tells me she hired the pool company back in 2022 after seeing a neighbor's recently completed pool. But as the building process started, Paleo says she noticed some things that didn't look right.
We had a leak since the beginning, and there's no permits. There's no, I guess there was no drains. We have had the drains installed. There were lights that were missing. There was an autofill that was missing.
As the criticism gained traction on the social media platform TikTok, Paleo estimated the project costed her upwards of $60,000. And then she says there were the excuses.
Oh, we're not going to finish, or I'm sorry, we can't come because, you know, I don't have enough workers, or just excuse after excuse. And then in 2024, about January through like March, he just completely stopped answering calls.
Several former customers flying to the comment section of Paleo's video to share their experience. Many claiming their projects have not been completed in a 2-year span. Others saying they're still waiting for the company to repair cracked cement and falling tile. Just a day after that video was posted, the company released a statement on their Instagram page. It reads in part, quote, "Ongoing harassment, defamation, or threats directed at our business or staff will be documented and if necessary reported to the appropriate legal authorities." Paleo and her husband did file an official complaint due to their project being abandoned. And as of now, they've received some compensation.
It's still not enough to cover the pool, the rest of the pool that needs to be done.
In the meantime, Paleo and her husband are talking to a lawyer. They're adding up all of the out-of-pocket expenses and say they may file a claim in small claims court. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. Cal State San Bernardino's Palm Desert campus is introducing a new Presidential Fellows program honoring former President Gerald R. Ford, and the first California university to do so. The Gerald R. Ford Presidential Fellows program will provide students with leadership training, mentorship, and opportunities for civic engagement and public service in the Coachella Valley. Open to all majors, the program emphasizes values Ford was known for, including integrity, bipartisan cooperation, and ethical leadership. The Palm Desert campus now joins a small group of schools in Michigan and Tennessee that also host the program. Ford, who lived in Rancho Mirage after leaving office, remains a symbol of service and civic responsibility in the region.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Some clouds out there, a little more humid today than we've seen for the beginning part of this week. For the rest of the week, in our look at our 3-day forecast, we have meteorologist Jerry Steffen in tonight tracking those conditions.
Checking the month of September so far, majority of days below normal, although yesterday we had 104. That'll be our hottest day so far this week because the numbers do back off as we approach the weekend. Overnight lows tonight under clear skies, 76 degrees at Palm Springs, 78 Indio, 68 degrees this evening at Cabazon. Joshua Tree bottoms out at 67 degrees. Now, low pressure center will begin to move its way to the north and east of us, and that will bring us onshore winds that could get a little gusty at times in the wind-prone areas. Also, the numbers go down. 99 to 103, pretty close to normal for us in the Coachella Valley, and slightly drier air. 100 degrees tomorrow in Palm Springs under mostly sunny skies. 101 Indio, 102 Rancho Mirage and La Quinta, 89 at Cabazon, Yucca Valley, 89 degrees. Dew points fall from the 60s earlier today to around 50 degrees, so slightly drier air moves into the valley. Now, Friday, we'll see plenty of sunshine. Clouds build late in the day, setting up a chance of a few showers on Saturday. We'll look into that more closely in the full forecast minutes away.
All right, our thanks to Jerry for that. This weekend, a local high school choir will join popular 70s rock band Foreigner on stage. Tonight, our Brett Rosen has the story on the excitement many of the students are feeling.
For a lot of the choir students here at Shadow Hills High School, when they jump on stage this weekend with Foreigner, it'll be one of the biggest crowds they've seen in their years here at Shadow Hills. But they tell me it's going to be a true test to see if they want to pursue music in the future. This is the Shadow Hills High School Chamber Choir, and in a matter of days, they will be on stage performing at Fantasy Springs with the popular 70s rock band Foreigner, singing songs whose hits made the top 40 even before some of their parents were born.
Because their family is like fans, like mega fans, and like when they heard like, OMG, no way we're singing with Foreigner.
Senior choir student Emma Aguilar says at first she did not know who Foreigner was, but she says many students immediately recognized the song they will be singing with the band on stage.
I know a couple of them are very excited because they do know their music, but I didn't. But Miss Husher was like, they're a very well-known band, like you guys should be very excited. You guys definitely know this song, and a bunch of us knew the song that we're gonna sing.
We were like, oh my God, we love that song, like, because it's been everywhere. Like, we hear it on so many movies, and so we were just like, to have this experience to sing a song we know very well and just like seen everywhere is like really exciting to us.
And for other students like Uriel Lucero Leal, Saturday's performance will be a taste of what it means to be in the music industry.
I feel like this will really be an eye-opening experience for a lot of us, just due to we have had prior performances, but this will allow us to see if it really is what we want to do, because we get to be on a big stage with thousands of people.
And aside from the performance on Saturday, Shadow Hills will also receive $500 from the band for their choir program.
That helps us, be able to purchase their concert attire for them, their music that we sing at the concert we need to purchase.
Now again, the choir's performance will be this Saturday at Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino. And as they sing I Want to Know What Love Is with Foreigner on stage, I'm sure afterwards the audience will give them the love and appreciation back. Here in Indio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Our thanks to Brett for that. Sounds like a great opportunity. In more local news, music, dance, and cultural traditions are filling classrooms across Palm Springs Unified School District. Students are embracing Hispanic Heritage Month in ways that shine a spotlight on history and community. NBC Palm Springs contributor Marianne Bouchot has more on this year's celebrations.
Across the district, Hispanic Heritage Month is more than a date on the calendar. Schools are marking the month with performances, artwork, and conversations that connect students to their roots.
Schools across Palm Springs Unified are marking Hispanic Heritage Month with celebrations of culture, history, and community.
It is very important to celebrate the Hispanic and Latin community since we have a huge population that are Spanish speakers here in our school district.
Dual immersion teacher on special assignment Jairo Alcantara Armenta helps lead the program, now serving more than 440 students across the district. He says it's also important to show students that their heritage is a source of pride.
We have embedded different activities and cultural opportunities, artistic opportunities for the students to celebrate and showcase their talents.
At Palm Springs High School, Spanish teacher Erica Omir led the campus's second annual Hispanic Heritage Extravaganza Night.
Students are not just participating, they're leading, they're researching, they're choreographing, presenting, and sharing personal stories. It's incredibly empowering and helps them to take pride in their heritage while also learning about others.
She says the goal is to make sure students feel seen.
We want every student to see their culture celebrated and respected.
She also says that after last year's event, more students wanted to enroll in Spanish courses, with 108 earning the seal of biliteracy at Palm Springs High, the highest in the district. And while the spotlight is on this month, the district says it's really a year-round commitment.
And we want them to also recognize that diversity that exists in our community is also is at a strength, right? It's an asset. We see it as an asset.
Our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion is ongoing. When we celebrate our differences, we create a stronger, more united school culture.
Hispanic Heritage Month continues through October 15th. Many school and district-wide celebrations are still upcoming, but across Palm Springs Unified, the lessons and celebrations are designed to last all year long. For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Marian Bouchot.
Dutch Bros Coffee is opening up another location in Indio. Indio teased the location on social media yesterday, said the new coffee shop will be next to the lights at Indio Golf Course. The other Indio location is on Highway 111.
Coming up next tonight on NBC Palm Springs, we have details on the ICE facility shooting in Dallas, leaving 2 people dead and 1 other wounded.
Plus, before we go to break tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers are taking on the Suns at Acrisure Arena on October 3rd, and we have 2 tickets to give away. So head on over to NBCPalmSprings.com, click on our cool page for a chance to enter to win.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Police say 2 people are dead after a shooting at a Dallas, Texas ICE facility.
It happened as migrant detainees were boarding a bus. Law enforcement says the 29-year-old suspect has a criminal record. NBC's Jay Gray has details tonight from Dallas.
A spray of early morning gunfire near downtown Dallas.
Checking the cameras and have seen at least 3 people shot. Multiple people shot.
Law enforcement sources identifying the shooter as 29-year-old Joshua John, seen in this 2016 booking photo from a felony marijuana conviction. His target, an ICE field office where detainees were boarding a bus when the shots were fired.
Comenzaron como 20 disparos seguidos.
This witness says she heard about 20 shots, diving beneath her car with her 9-year-old son, hiding until police rushed her inside the facility. The Department of Homeland Security saying the gunman shot indiscriminately at the building.
We had 4 individuals that were shot, 2 of them deceased, including the shooter. The DPD was able to locate the shooter, who was deceased.
Authorities say they found Jean's body with a rifle next to it on a rooftop near the building. Police saying he turned the weapon on himself.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
No law enforcement officers were wounded. This is the third shooting at an ICE facility in Texas this year. While the motive behind this shooting is not yet known, Texas Senator Ted Cruz says the violence has to stop.
Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong. We need to learn to work together without demonizing each other.
The suspect's brother tells NBC News they grew up in Texas and John knew how to fire a rifle, but didn't think his brother was interested in politics. Jay Gray, NBC News, Dallas.
Tune in to NBC Nightly News after this show for the latest developments on the story.
Meanwhile, former FBI Director James Comey is expected to be indicted on criminal charges in the coming days. The news comes after a prosecutor who opposed bringing the case recently resigned under pressure. The full extent of the charges being prepared against Comey is unclear at this time. Sources believe at least one element of the indictment could be lying to Congress.
Hundreds of federal employees who lost their jobs through cost-cutting efforts are being asked to return to work. According to an internal memo obtained by the Associated Press, the General Services Administration, which manages federal buildings, has given employees until the end of next week to accept or decline reinstatement. I do believe this is the wrong video that we're looking at right now. Oh, we corrected it. My apologies there. The agency embarked on massive job cuts after DOJ identified it as a chief target of its campaign to reduce fraud, waste, and abuse in the federal government. Employees who accept the reinstatement must report for duty on October 6th.
Along with Jimmy Kimmel's return to air last night, more than 100 former ABC News journalists are urging Disney CEO Bob Iger to stand firm against what they're calling political intimidation. In a letter sent to Iger, they're calling on him to defend free speech and press freedom. The letter was first drafted when ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live last week. But the revised version commended Iger for bringing Kimmel back on Tuesday. The signees went on to say the First Amendment is not negotiable. The letter also argued ABC's settlement with President Trump last year emboldened him to escalate those attacks. Some of the signees include Sam Donaldson, Judy Mueller, and the widow of the late anchor Peter Jennings.
A decades-old group that focused on supporting women in the military is being terminated. The Pentagon says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is eliminating the Defense Advisory Committee on Women in the Services. According to a statement on social media, Hegseth said the organization advances a, quote, divisive feminist agenda that hurts combat readiness. The committee in question debuted in 1951, which is around the time that women started to take on larger roles in the military. The group offered advice on topics like body armor, domestic abuse support, and health care.
Take a live look outside. This is our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera this evening. We've got meteorologist Jerry stepping in right after the break with a look at your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
Your You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBC.
Welcome back. Here's a live look. Our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera. We hope you're all having a great Wednesday. For the latest on our 7-day forecast, meteorologist Jerry Steffen has those conditions.
The high yesterday, 104 in Palm Springs, slightly above that 99-degree normal. That's where we were earlier today. 76 degrees, that'll be the overnight low. Normal stuff for Palm Springs, 78 degrees at Indio, 60s around Banning, Beaumont, and Cabazon, 67 tonight at Joshua Tree, 29 Palms, bottoms out at 74 degrees. Now, we have an upper level low making its way to the northeast. That'll kick up the winds here, a little tight pressure gradient and gusty winds in the wind-prone areas on Thursday afternoon and evening. And temps come down, 99 to 103, pretty close to normal for us in the valley and slightly drier air. As far as tomorrow's rain coverage, nothing for Southern California. You got to look to the north and well to the east of us for precipitation. 100 degrees on Thursday for Palm Springs, 101 Indio, 102 at Palm Desert. Again, near normal numbers for us Thursday afternoon. Friday with building clouds, 96 degrees at Palm Springs, slightly below normal numbers there, 95 at Indio. We're watching this weekend because another low begins to move its way in our direction. It'll pull up moisture over the southwest, elevating the chance of rain for the Coachella Valley, but the numbers really come down about 10 degrees below normal, 88 to 92, and clouds begin to move through the area. As far as rain, lots of the southwest seeing precipitation. You can see it coverage over Southern California. Closer look at the Coachella Valley, maybe hit and miss showers up to possibly a 1/10 of an inch total accumulation, a little bit more in the higher elevations, but noticeably cooler air with the clouds and the rain and high humidity. 88 degrees in Palm Springs, 89 Indio, 90 Rancho Mirage. Talking about humidity, well, yeah, it'll bottom out around 15% in the middle of the day as far as relative humidity in the Coachella Valley on Thursday, but the numbers move back up. Matter of fact, sticky conditions with a chance of rain on Saturday. And winds will pick up tomorrow, afternoon and evening out of the west around that 30-mile-an-hour sustained range late in the day. San Gorgonio past Desert Hot Springs, 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in the wind-prone areas along and north of I-10. Okay, Comfort Air 70 forecast. Tomorrow, 99 degrees for Palm Springs, 96 tomorrow, 88 degrees, and scattered showers are a possibility Saturday.
NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, welcome back. All eyes will be on the golf world tomorrow morning in New York. The Ryder Cup, that is pitting the Americans against Europe. Now, to add to the fame and glory of the Coachella Valley, that same event was held right here at the Thunderbird Country Club in Rancho Mirage back in 1955 and the El Dorado Country Club in Indian Wells in 1959. Now, Thunderbird, just 4 years old at the time. Clearly, though, the powers that be knew the Coachella Valley was a golf resort town all the way back into the 50s. Now, the U.S. team was captained back then by Chick Harbert, along with players named Sam Snead, Kerry Middlecoff, and Jackie Burke. That was then. But now, this year's Ryder Cup is being played at the legendary Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York, out on Long Island. Now, the Americans will be led by world #1 Scotty Scheffler, captained by Keegan Bradley, though Bradley won't play. And then the Europeans will be led by world #2 Rory McIlroy. The U.S. fell last year in Rome. Why are we bringing this up, though? Here's the schedule on how you can watch the Ryder Cup beginning tomorrow on the Golf Channel, followed by Friday on USA Network, and then right here on Saturday and Sunday all weekend long. Second round at 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. local time, and then the final round 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. all right here on NBC Palm Springs. You can catch all the action, of course, on the NBC Sports app and Peacock as well, but you want to stick here on Saturdays and Sunday for right here on NBC Palm Springs. Now, the Valley almost hosted the Ryder Cup for a third time. In fact, in 1991, PGA West had it, but it disappeared to the East Coast in the middle of the night. Well, that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
All right, that's it for us here at 5, but I think everyone can say a big thank you to Brett Rosen for getting Foreigner, all of Foreigner's songs really stuck in our head all day.
Hot-blooded.
There you go.
There you go.
That's going to be a fun show.
Definitely. All right, that's going to do it for us. Nightly News is next, and we're back here at 6 o'clock with the latest local headlines. See you then.